Hello and welcome to a faction vote video for Total War Attila. Now, I actually got Total War Attila the day before Christmas. I got it gifted to me from Diplex Heated, which was quite nice. So, yeah, effectively, we can play as any of these nations here. I will rule out two. I'm going to rule out the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. I am very sorry about that, but this is simply because I have watched about 5 nation votes and nearly everyone voted either one, you know, and I've looked at some on Reddit and stuff like that, and everyone's basically voting for the Roman factions, which I don't really want to do. I will go through them, but I'm not, you know, I don't really want to have to play them. My perfect thing to play as would be the Saxons, mainly because it's probably the only one that I know other than the Franks. I've heard of the Danes, obviously, and I've heard of the Saxons and the Franks and the two Roman factions. I think I've heard of the Sassanid, but I'm not quite sure. I've heard of the Vandals as well. It's all basically set around, obviously, Germany and the Gallic factions, I guess. So we're going to go through each one. We're going to actually go through Eastern Roman Empire, even though I don't want to play it. So this is its starting position. The map is quite big, I do know that. I think the two Roman factions are probably going to be the biggest ones. Now, this is the first time I've actually looked at these factions. I didn't actually know they existed, I knew they was in the game, but I haven't actually had a proper look at them. So obviously, this is set around the fall of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire had to split in two, because I think it was easier to manage or something like that. Constantinopolis Constantinopolis, I think is how you pronounce it, is its capital, and yeah, there's not really much point in going into massive detail. The Visigoths, they actually, they're in Bulgaria, aren't they? Or Serbia, northern Greece, whatever you want to call it, around that area. So they're obviously going to be causing a bit of mayhem for the Eastern Roman Empire. The ravages of the Huns force them to petition the Roman Empire Valens for sanctuary in his lands. So these are a moving faction. I think that what they've introduced with this is the idea that you don't have to have a set place. Like, your faction can literally move about and do whatever you want, or you can attack and create an actual settlement, I guess. So there's the Visigoths. If I played the same, I'd have to cause a lot of mayhem for the Eastern Roman Empire. I will stay on this as much as possible, so you guys, if you want to read it all, I'm not going to read it all, then you can just pause it and have a quick skim. I will post a link to this, so you can always go and have a proper look at yourself. For Vandals, these are, that's sort of Poland, I guess, Eastern Germany. Abandoned in their hour of need by their Roman allies, the Vandals find themselves at a turning point in their long conquest for southern lands. Long quest, actually. So they've been allies with the Romans against the barbarian uprisings, and they got rewarded land probably by the Romans, and they coexisted. So there was neighbours with Rome, and even though they were just like a little barbaric faction that managed to get on well. And obviously, as the Roman Empire's collapsed, the Roman Empire's had to probably pull support from Vandals. So there's the Vandals. The Sassanid Empire. This is, Middle East. Persia, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Qatar, all that. These would, I've never been a big fan of actually playing as sort of Arabic factions. I've always preferred to play as the European ones, but even so. So, Sassanids are the latest in a line of Persian Empire stretching back almost 1,000 years. So yeah, the Sassanid Vandals consolidated their power in Fars before seizing control of the Persian Empire. So like I say, if you want to read all that, just I'll give it a pause here, and you can always obviously have a look. The Alans. I'm only really wanting to state what factions there actually are in a brief overview, so you can actually, vote for them. This is Russia, or that's Romania. So this is like the Black Sea. There's Crimea. Look. So Romania is here, and But yeah, look, they've got dogs, so they must be quite. I reckon these guys probably use more sort of old style techniques by using animals and boars. I reckon. As the Alani ride into battle, bloody scalps. So these bloody scalps displayed proudly on their saddles. So they're quite, you know, brutal, I guess. The only god they worship is a sword planted in the earth. So there you go. Read that. Next up, the Saxons. Yeah, these are northern Germany, southern Denmark, and obviously it's these guys that invaded England, wasn't it? Their distance from the heart of the Roman Empire shrouds Saxon in mystery, granting them the freedom to pillage and conquer as they please. I mean, if I did play as them, I'd definitely have to invade. Oh shit. I definitely had to invade the British Isles and probably Scandinavia, maybe take over Germany and France and have like a big empire. That'd be pretty sweet, I think. While other barbarians fight over the scraps of the decaying Western Empire, the Saxons look to the northern provinces. So yeah, that's basically what their aim is. Give that a read if you want. There's a little picture of them. They look pretty cool. I mean, I've seen some beta. I've seen Diplex Heated play it, and it does look pretty good. The Ostrogoths, again another Bulgarian tribe. The Ostrogoths wandering through Roman lands belie their origins as a powerful empire. Originally known as the Griffungi, they are a confederation of distinct peoples originally from the Baltic coast who settled close to the Black Sea. Unfortunately, this means that they were the first of the Germanic peoples to face the wave of the Hun and Alani invasions. So there's another one that could possibly contend with the Eastern Roman Empire. The Franks. These are French, I believe. Maybe not. Well, yeah, Netherlands, I guess. As the world stands on the edge of chaos, the Franks hover between two roles as destroyers or inheritors of the Roman legacy. They are on the cusp of realising their full potential. So I think as the Saxons, this is going to be a little fight between us two. They're not French, are they? Confederation of Germanic tribes. It's just because it's Frank and it's France, you know, similar. Western Roman Empire, we'll have a look at this. Oh shit! Well, yes, I would have expected them to have only had like sort of this area, although they must have had Italy. So this is obviously the biggest tribe, obviously going to be the most powerful. Although, the Western Roman Empire is on the very edge of catastrophe. Oh dear. So, obviously, if we played as the Franks or the Saxons, we'd have to deal with these bastards, wouldn't we? So yeah, it's set effectively at the end of the Roman Empire as it's starting to collapse. The Danes. Ah, yes. The Danes, or Dani, have achieved their rarest of marriages, barbarian vigor coupled with civilized sophistication. So they've sprouted out of Norse, Southern European. I think these guys are sprouted out of a marriage, as it appears, between barbarian vigor and civilized sophistication. That sounds pretty desperate, doesn't it? And the geeks. The geeks are in Sweden. Legendary ancestors Beowulf. The Geeti manifest all the intrepid boldness of the famous hero. Beowulf. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Beowulf, but Jesus Christ, it is an awesome film. To say it's like all cartoonified, I guess, animated. So yeah, read that. And finally, the Jutes, and that is the proper Danish. The ocean laps the coast of Jutland, summoning the inhabitants to new adventures and conquests. So, by the sounds of that, they're going to be a contender for the British Isles and Scandinavia, as it sounds. So there you go, guys. I'll read them out. You got the Eastern Roman Empire, the Visigoths, the Vandals, the Sassanid Empire, the Alans, the Saxons, the Ostrogoths, the Franks, the Western Roman Empire, the Danes, the Geats, and finally the Jutes. I will upload the first episode on the day that Rome 2 comes out. It will not be early day because I'm not one of those people that likes to just get content out there onto YouTube the day it comes out, just to gather views. I like to actually know what I'm doing within the game, so I won't just be an absolute clueless twat. Obviously I'm not going to know everything, but I do want to try and capitalise on the fact that it's going to be a game that I can upload fairly quickly on the day it comes out. But I will have at least a good few hours on it first, getting to know it. And by the looks of it, it does look fairly similar to Rome 2. However, obviously just sat with a different content and pretext, I guess. So there we go. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you will leave a vote below. Whoever wins, I shall play as. If it's a draw, I will pick. That is what I say. Remember, there is no Eastern Roman Empire or Western Roman Empire. Even I actually said that, called that out, when I read it all out. But still, thank you. Vote and like if you will, and subscribe if you haven't already. Just get in touch with the Let's Play, and I'll see you next episode, or when the first episode comes out. So thank you, and ta-ra.